Hey everybody, Mike here. We're at 32 Division at the Toronto Police, and I'm here with a group of educators. Some have already left, but there was much more earlier. And we just finished successfully filing reports with the police against the various members in the Toronto District School Board. We're alleging criminal acts based on all the illegal mandates that are being pushed on us. And so I'm just going to turn it around, and you're going to hear from some of us that are here. And
hello everyone. Some of you might recognize me. I've been fighting against the mandates for the kids for the last year. The masking, the chemical sanitizers, messages of fear are horrible. But here I am today speaking out publicly for the first time for myself. So I have received repetitive noise in the background, repetitive emails, phone calls, a letter by mail, wanting to know my private medical information, and if I don't disclose that, then I'm being threatened now with losing my job. So I now I'm in the position of, possibly not being employed anymore for, exercising my rights. They have no right to access my medical information. And, what I think that I was speaking earlier saying, I think we really don't, as a society, don't know all of our rights, and I've become much more knowledgeable of them. And the thing is, when you realize your rights are being stomped on, it's time to stand up and stomp the heck back. So that's what we're doing today, and so I'll pass it on to someone else.
thank you, Nancy.
I think Nancy said it all. Hi, I'm a TDSB teacher for the board, and I agree with everything Nancy said. I'm here fighting for human rights, fighting for rights that I already have naturally. I don't think we need to earn these rights back, fighting for all of our children. For things to change, we have to change, everybody. So let's take all this information and put all our emotions into action. And that's what we're doing today.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Yes.
Hi, I'm Justina. I'm also a teacher, and I think the biggest worry right now that I have is the attacks that are happening on our kids, not just our own personal kids, but the kids who we've been entrusted to teach and to tell them what the difference between right and wrong is, what's ethical, and how to get their voices heard. And very ironically, the things that we have been teaching our kids are taken away from us. So I think we just all need to realize that we're all trying to do the right thing and to just unite, I think. I don't like the divisions that are happening between, the vaccinated people, the unvaccinated people. We're all human beings, and like Nancy said, we have basic human rights, and we just need to make sure that we don't give them away. And by standing up and by doing the things that are not really comfortable, the things that, we've been told to fear, I think we're letting the other side, who's on the wrong side of things, win. So unite. It doesn't matter what anybody's status is. We've been teaching kids that it's wrong to, oppress and to show differences of skin color, of religion, of sexual orientation, of gender. This is another example of that oppression, and it's very new, but all of us here and the people who were with us just a few minutes ago as well, we all know that this is what we're trying to teach our kids. And every time that I've been in a classroom, I was always impressed by, all the slogans and the posters that were basically on every single wall, safe spaces. We do not feel we have safe spaces anymore. So, bottom line, let's unite together.
Thank you very much.
Hey.
Great job, Christine. You got to plug the video too. What was the video? The Rumble video?
Yeah.
Justina made a great video for educators.
Yeah, we had educators from all of Ontario who have sent personal messages, and we compiled all the messages and made it into a video that you can share. Educators, does anybody remember the name that I put in?
I don't remember.
Ontario
the title.
educators.
I was hoping the owner and the creator.
I had a lot of things on my mind. I'm
today.
sorry. The pressure. We'll make sure that we recirculate them.
All right,
Thank you.
sounds good.
Okay. Victor.
Yeah, I'm Vic. I was fed up with this from day one because through my own personal experience with the Canadian medical system and stuff, it's become clear and evident to me that Canadians are sick and having respiratory problems because they're being poisoned every day by glyphosate in the food supply, all the chemicals in the hygiene products, the corporate hygiene products and the industrial cleaning agents and all that crap. And now we're being asked to suffocate ourselves and suffocate the children every day for 18 months straight with these useless masks, and we're basically being forced to make ourselves more sick. Canadians don't realize why we're all getting sick, why the elderly are dying, the fact that they're in these homes where they're neglected and abused every day, being fed powdered eggs, they have nutrient deficiencies, they can't detoxify properly, and everybody just thinks the be-all end-all of health is just muzzling yourself all day long and taking a one-size-fits-all injection. And I'm fed up. I'm disgusted with it. I'm disgusted that no one can think about why people are actually sick, the obvious reasons people are sick in Canada and around the world. And like I said, I've had my own health problems, my own dealings with the mainstream medical system. And at this point, anybody who completely anybody who completely trusts the mainstream Western world medical system and pharmaceutical system is just completely lost at this point. I don't know how to talk to these people anymore. It's so clear. We see people guzzling booze every weekend and eating nachos and canola oil and crap in the food all day long. And people are wondering why they're sick still. They're wondering why their bodies are under respiratory distress, and I just don't get it. And no, I'm not a medical person in the medical system, but I've lived a life, I've had my own experiences, and I've now figured out why I've been so sick all my life, and I want to help other people realize that too, and I think people can figure it out themselves. Everybody has this appeal to authority attitude now where everybody has to talk to a doctor or someone in a white coat or someone who went to an education system where they were given a certain kind of curriculum. A lot of people were indoctrinated. They weren't actually educated about why people are getting sick these days. And I'm just fed up with watching people die and getting poisoned all day long, and they think that poisoning themselves and suffocating themselves is the answer. And the public health officials only tell us that those are the only two answers that we have, and it's just garbage. And it has to stop. And Canadians have to start realizing that you have to take your health in your own hands, and you have to let other people make their own health choices. And the last thing is, like, leaders and men, they don't present solutions that leave people unemployed and starving and their kids not having a future. Okay, that's what we're dealing with in Canada today. We have a bunch of cowards and a bunch of losers that are passing the buck to health officials who don't know anything about health.
And padding their pockets.
Padding their pockets. They're Pfizer representatives. That's all they are. Okay? And we have a bunch of men acting like coward clowns who can't just simply say to the public, you can make your own health choices. Why is that so hard? And we're going to starve a certain portion of the population that doesn't want to take this one-size-fits-all pharmaceutical product. That's not how men behave. That's not how leaders behave. They don't leave certain people out in the cold. Leaders collect everybody and they lift everybody up. They don't just leave certain people out in the cold. They don't leave minorities out in the cold. And it's gross, and I'm done with it. I'm done with these cowards and these pathetic biological males that don't know how to act like honorable men anymore.
Yes. Thank you, Vic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vic.
I'm Greg. I work at the TDSB, and to sum everything up, we will not conform to what society dictates. That's it.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
Thank you, Greg. All right, so there we are. We had quite a few people earlier, but they had to leave, obviously other requirements. And so the educators have put their foot down yet again. So for me, I'll give a little something to say too. I'm here too. And I was the last one to come out. And we successfully filed reports with the police. And of course, we're alleging criminal acts. And with these boards and all these different groups, and this applies to many different groups. They have the federal workers, all, police departments, their unions, anyone who's being forced and being threatened with their livelihood their ability to provide for their families. And they're being threatened to take these coercive measures that are already illegal. People need to understand that what is being done is illegal. It's illegal. So we are trying here, we're trying to file, we want to try to get criminal charges made. We don't know what's going to happen. We'll have to wait a little while to find out where things go from here, but we have successfully filed our reports. And they are for some pretty strong crimes we're alleging: extortion, assault, attempted assault, harassment, torture, under the Criminal Code of Canada. We have tried this bureaucracy. At the beginning, we tried to be nice. We're saying, please, you can't do this. Then we started doing, many of us didn't notice the liabilities. They ignored us. Still didn't do anything. Now they're getting ready to fire us. I'm going to probably lose my job November 2nd. That was the threat they gave me, like many of us. And now we're going to the next possible step, which is we're trying to file. We want the police to go after them criminally because they've broken the law, the Criminal Code of Canada. And I encourage everybody to go, who is being affected by this, to go down to your local police department. And we can put up information on how to do it, but go down and file a report of extortion, harassment, whatever it is that's being done to you. Bring your evidence, go down and file it. Canadians, we have a right to go and report a crime that we believe is happening. So do it. These people want to play hardball. They want to try and force us out of our jobs and our livelihoods so we can't protect our families, put food on the table, pay our mortgages, pay our rent. They're breaking the law. And we, the Canadian people, need to make these people know that what they're doing is criminal, and we will seek recourse to the full extent of the law. Okay. So we'll let you know in a few weeks what happens. If charges are actually going to be filed or not, we don't know. They have to do their investigation. But we do know more people will be coming to file more reports, and we hope that everybody else, everyone who's being coerced, who's being extorted compliance to these criminal edicts, stand up, do what needs to be done. The law is on our side, but we have to show these people that we mean business.
Stand up to the Pfizer salesman.
We are in this together, right? Just not all of us, not the whole society, whole Toronto.
The people are in this together, not these people up top who are calling the shots.
Have courage.
They're out for us. But we have to push back because we're Canadian. Our forefathers fought for this country, died fighting against fascism. And now it's on
discriminate.
And now it's on Canadian soil, and we have to do the same.
No kind of discrimination is okay. Ever.
That's right.
We are the power.
Whether you're vaxxed or unvaxxed, it doesn't matter. They are trying to divide us. They're trying to segregate society into a two-tier system, and we cannot let it happen. Because if you let it happen now, your children, your children's children will forever be in bondage. Okay. Thank you.